LeBron and D-Wade came to town last night, but the Jazz didn't blink an eye. Defense, steals, and a wide-open floor game produced an 18-point lead.
Millsap digs it out to Hayward. Pass. Jefferson. Oh, baby.
The Jazz knew the dynamic duo would strike back, and time after time, LeBron delivered the impossible. But the Jazz refused to give this game away.
Skips it out to Devin. Floater up and in. Unbelievable.
And one, Devin Harris.
LeBron had the ball in his hands in the final seconds, but gave away the shot, ending Miami's 9-game winning streak. Tonight, Ty and the guys start a 5-game road trip. Mavericks. Oh, it's time to play Jazz basketball. Big welcome to American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas, and fresh off a thrilling win over the Heat, the Jazz start a 5-game road trip tonight against the Mavericks. This is Dirk Nowitzki's team, the 11-time All-Star, struggling but still averaging 19 points and 7 rebounds. The Jazz and the Mavericks, every bounce and every bucket right here on Root Sports. Greg Bullerjack along with Matt Harper, and glad you're alongside. And what you hear is the buzz still coming from Salt Lake City after last night's win over D-Wade and company.
And what a win it was. They beat a red-hot Miami team. They had a tremendous energy. The energy level was off the charts. If they can find a way to bottle that energy and bring it to the Mavericks tonight, they got a winning strategy.
Big numbers, really the big story last night against Miami. The Jazz attempted 90 shots last night. That ties a season high. Matt scored 52 points in the paint and scored season highs in second chance points and offensive rebounds.
Yeah, the second chance points, that's a season high. 29 points is tremendous. 23 offensive rebounds. And the best thing about that number is it just wasn't everyone. Cantor had 4 offensive rebounds. Millsap got involved. CJ had 3. The entire team was attacking the glass. They were using that energy and using their athleticism to get the second chance points, and that made 90 field goal attempts for this team, which is obviously a huge number.
Well, despite a 21-win record, the Dallas Mavericks struggling a little bit right now just after the All-Star break. In fact, the Mavericks start tonight losing 4 in a row. And, Matt, their three-point shooting is off, but they do play defense, allowing just 91 points a game. And Dallas is home to the third-best bench in the NBA. Lamar Odom is part of that bench. Returns tonight. There will be no D-League assignment. Odom is struggling on and off the court since that December trade with Los Angeles.
Yeah, no question. Only 7.7, but against the Jazz last game, he had 19 points, which is season high this year. But the Jazz fans, you're used to seeing Lamar Odom in his Laker days. He was the 6th man of the year just last year, and he's going through some issues right now, no question about it. They're questioning whether his heart is involved in this game right now with the Mavericks, but the way he's played against the Jazz in the past, the Jazz have really got to worry about him.
He was out taking warm-up shots and looked pretty fresh and relaxed tonight. Utah trying to up their winning streak to 3 against Dallas. When we come back, was last night's win the biggest of the season? We'll let you, the fan, decide. Stay tuned. That's all coming up next on Root Sports. By Ford. Visit thinkfordnow.com. Siegfried and Utah Jazz basketball on Root Sports is brought to you in part by Ford. Visit thinkfordnow.com. Siegfried and Jensen, helping injured people throughout Utah. Larry H. Miller Dealerships, driven by you. Mountain America Credit Union, for your home, your business, your life. KFC, come in today and taste why fresh is better. And by your Utah Audi dealers, Truth in Engineering. Welcome back to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the Jazz will battle the 21-win Mavericks tonight. Last night in Salt Lake City, well, Jazz fans witnessed the biggest win of the season for Ty Corbin and the Jazz, or was it? Hayward, up and in. Utah with 5 to shoot, catch and shoot, bang. Why not? Red hot is Paul Millsap. Lob it. Oh! That's not even possible. A runaway in Salt Lake City. Earl for three. Yes!
He is playing out of his mind right now, and I love it.
Skips it out to Devin. Floater up and in! Unbelievable!
And one, Devin Harris.
LeBron pops out. Howard's on him. Pick and roll it to Haslam. Shot is away.
He passed it again.
Jazz win! They beat Miami!
So that brings us to tonight's text poll question presented by Eureka Casino and Resort, your place in the sun. Visit eurekamesquite.com to book your getaway. So, Maddie, what do you think? Best win of the Jazz season? Text J1 to 69882 if you like the win in Denver. Or if you like J2, the Clippers' home win against L.A., J3 for the Lakers, or how about J4, last night against Miami? What's your thought?
Oh, there's no question. It's J4, last night versus the Heat. You're talking that they had a 9-game winning streak. They were the hottest team coming into Salt Lake City, and the Jazz won, and Devin Harris' shot was unbelievable.
So J4's the pick.
J4, no question about it.
You heard it from Matt Harper. Okay, stay tuned. Coming back, lineups and tip-off. The Jazz looking for a W in Big D. Next, right here on Root Sports. Welcome back to Dallas American Airlines Center and Big D, and tonight the Jazz start a 5-game road trip against Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks. The Jazz fresh off last night's win over Miami, 99-98. Tonight's game presented in high definition by Groove Entertainment Technologies, the official satellite provider of the Utah Jazz. Get in with Groove today. Jazz were grooving last night in Salt Lake City. Hope they can groove tonight here in Dallas. Lineup tonight presented by CenturyLink. Score a three-pointer with CenturyLink's broadband, entertainment, and voice services at CenturyLink.com. The backcourt, Devin Harris and Josh Howard. Up front, Big Al with Gordon Hayward and Paul Millsap. And the head coach in his second year, Ty Corbin. Last night, 99-98, 18-point lead, and the Jazz hung on to win by 1. And for the Dallas Mavericks, their starting 5. The Kid, Jason Kidd and Vince Carter, longtime veterans. Brendan Haywood will anchor the middle. Dirk Nowitzki and Sean Marion will complete the front line. Dirk in his 14th year out of Germany. And there's Rick Carlisle in his 4th season as a head coach at Dallas. He spent 2 with Detroit and 4 seasons as a head coach in Indiana. Dallas 21-16, Matt. They've lost 4 in a row. Last night in New Orleans, and the Hornets knocked them off by 5. Out-rebounded in that game, 50-34.
There's no question this Maverick team is limping into the game tonight, whereas the Jazz just had a huge win against the best team in the NBA, the Miami Heat.
Both teams played last night, so really even ground. Utah, though, 3-12 on the road. Worst road record in the West. Dallas at home, 13-7. Can the Jazz bring last night's win against Miami on the road? They've got 5 in a row. And tip-off tonight, always presented by Altius, because all is well when you are. Altius, welcome to well. And the Jazz control the tip. Here we go.
What you hope you don't see is confetti running off the backs of these Jazz players, meaning you don't want to celebrate that game last night too much. It's a new game and a new stage.
Millsap penetrates between Nowitzki and Haywood. It's out of bounds, 9 to shoot for Utah. Paul last night, just 8 points and 8 rebounds. And Matt, you and I were talking earlier, his last 2, he's averaged just 6 points and 5 rebounds, 39% from the floor.
Yeah, but he's only getting about 6.5 field goal attempts in those 2 games. So not many touches for Millsap.
Devin Harris throws up an air ball. Our officials tonight, Derek Stafford, David Jones, and Leroy Richardson. Vince Carter, low block. Millsap picks up Nowitzki. Those turn and pop. That jump shot off the glass. Old school, like a Duncan. They still use glass, those 2.
Well, it's a tough matchup for Millsap because Nowitzki, you're talking about a 7-footer. And when he gets those unconventional one-legged shots to go up, you can't guard him.
Harris puts the ball on the floor. He's got a wide open look, dumps it down low. Millsap pops the rim with 2 hands. Harris has played extremely well over the last couple of weeks. In fact, Matt, the last 3 games, Nearly 17 points a night, 53% from the floor.
He just has a different aura about him when he plays. He's pushing the basketball much more confident. These are the best 5-6 game stretch that he's had in the Jazz uniform.
Marion leaves it out to Kidd. He'll stop and pop. That jump shot short. Millsap climbs and grabs another rebound. Quickly to Harris, the former Dallas Maverick who was here for between 2004 2008. And then went up to New Jersey before joining the Utah Jazz in that trade for Darren Williams. Big Al bangs down his first jumper. And a long-range shot by Al.
Big Al's numbers the last three been down a little bit at 15.3. However, you got 2 victories in those last 3 games.
Last night scored 20, grabbed 6 rebounds against Miami. Carter, left hand against Hayward. And Vince Carter, in his 14th year out of North Carolina, is on the board. We're tied at 4. 2 minutes in. Harris dribbles, penetrates, takes on Nowitzki and rolls in his first 2.
That's all-star move right there. Those are the moves that he was making when he made the all-star team.
I mean, the light is on. The bulb is burning bright.
The Jazz are a different team when they get point guard play like they've been getting these last few games. They're a totally different team.
Carter up against Howard. Ball slapped by Harris. And his last touch by Utah. 9 on the shot clock. Josh Howard has made a big impact starting in place of the injured Raja Bell.
I think Coach Corbin has steered the ship again. They were going through a little downward spiral there. Then all of a sudden you saw last night the energy level. They beat a really good team in the Heat.
Nowitzki fall away. Good D by Millsap. Tough shot. And Dirk's 2 buckets, 4 points here early.
And he's at 19 a game. He's going to shoot a lot of shots. He's only at 45% this year from the floor.
Both teams 3 on the first 4 shots. Ball's poked away. And a turnover Utah. Thanks to Nowitzki. Kidd's into the front court. Kidd will be 39 in a couple of weeks. 18th year out of Cal. Ball's loose. Millsap another rebound. Howard's on the wing. So's Hayward. .15 on the shot. And Gordon drives and a whistle out front. Let's check out the keys of the game presented by Zag Invisible Shield. Visit Zag.com for amazing electronics accessories. Matty, win the bench battle. You got 2 of the top 5 in the NBA tonight.
Yeah, no question. In the 2 games so far this year, the Dallas Mavericks have outbenched the Utah Jazz. They have 44 points and 47 points respectively, and the Jazz only 36 points in those games. So I think it's a huge key for them to win that bench battle.
And the second quarter has been an issue against these Dallas Mavericks. Minus 87. And that's just this season. In the 2 games prior to tonight. Already 3rd game of the year between these 2.
You're talking about a veteran team in this Dallas Mavericks. And the youngest guy on the court right now is Hayward at 32 years old.
Mark Cuban and company making one final push with Dirk Nowitzki and Kidd. Shot is in and out by Hayward.
That shot looked good. I actually thought that one, good form, good balance, tight rim. Yeah, he's got the touch. You can just see it. He's got the touch early. You're going to have to get up on him and make him put the ball on the floor. Last year, Nowitzki averaged 23 and 7. He shot a career high 52% from the floor.
Dirk 19 points last night, 9 rebounds in the loss on the road at New Orleans. There's a whistle baseline. And the whistle's on Hayward, his first.
You're guarding the MVP of the finals last year. Championship caliber. He hasn't put the ball on the floor yet tonight. Just 3 jump shots, and he's just checking the hand. Although that's his left hand, maybe a little cut.
And he's at the bench, having that looked at as Jefferson's at the line to shoot a pair. That ball drops up and in. Taping the pinky finger.
Big Al, 75%. That's something that Big Al could do more of, is get to the foul line. He only has 94, now 95 free throw attempts on the year. And for a person that handles the ball as much as he does, he needs to get to the foul line a little bit more, I think.
Well, they're going to bring Dirk to the bench, and what do you know? Lamar Odom gets a nice round of applause. His situation, I guess you label it as strange, odd, all the above. He left the team to be with his ill father. But Matt, they found out his father wasn't as ill as he told them. He missed 4 games. They were going to assign him to the D League, but instead they brought him up today. And his wife, Chloe.
Showing support.
Kardashians, yes. Showing support of her husband, Lamar. His future really cloudy right now.
Well, there's definitely issues going on, and no one's really coming out and explaining what the real issue is. They're just saying there's definitely issues, and he needs to figure it out, and the Mavericks are behind him and supporting him. But I thought it was odd because he was supposed to start in the D-League tonight, and all of a sudden he shows up here tonight playing against Utah Jazz.
Kid has that ball slapped away out of bounds. Last touch by Dallas, 17 on the shot clock. Kid, the number 2-time all-time steals leader behind you know who.
Mr.
Stockton, and number 2 all-time in assists behind
Mr. Stockton. And those 2 records will never be touched by Jason Kidd either.
Boy, contact, no whistle or a foul. Haywood, though, with a pretty physical hit on Gordon. Ball's loose, 11 on the shot clock for Utah. Millsap will inbound. Nearly 5 minutes into the first quarter, ball's kicked. And they'll reset the shot clock to 14.
No, even this Dallas Mavericks team, they're old, but they still play good defense. They're 4th in the NBA in points allowed. They only allow 91 points a game. They're 3rd in steals, 4th in field goal percentage allowed. So they're a good defensive team.
You look at the numbers, it is surprising. As you mentioned, the age. Millsap overflies the rim, rebound Kidd. And how about a 38-year-old, nearly 39, running your point?
Yeah, but Jason Kidd's game now is strictly 3-pointers.
Haywood penetrates the paint, whistle, and they're going to whistle a foul on Millsap, his first.
Now getting back to Kidd, he's taken 144 shots this year. 123 of those shots have been from the 3-point land. It's pretty safe to say you can make him a driver. He does not want to drive in his older age.
But he's only shooting 29% from downtown. And, in fact, hitting just 5 of his last 21.
Well, he's definitely not the player that he used to be. He's a fraction of what he was. And that's what happens when, you know, Father Time catches up with you. But it's still something to be said because he's still playing a lot of games. 1,295th game played tonight. That's the 13th on the active list.
Durability, his middle name, no question about it. 10-time All-Star Jason Kidd. Inside pass from Howard. Jefferson gives it back. 11 to shoot. Big Al on the block. Splits the defense. Great move up and in. Big Al with 6 points early. Al continues to amaze just how fast. His footwork much improved from a year ago.
He's becoming more dominant down low. The Jazz have got that low post presence ever since they lost Boozer. They were wondering who it was going to be, and then Jefferson has filled that void, and he is dominant down low in the low block.
There's a travel, good defense. Hayward blocked the shot by Marion, grabbed it back and traveled. Jazz have it with 6:06 to play, nearly halfway through the opening quarter. And much like last night, Matt, the Jazz played tough and hung with Miami early.
No, it was energy. It was all about active hands, getting out defensively. If they can bottle what they had, they got something. They got a winning formula on what they had in Miami last night, or in Salt Lake.
They go back to Jefferson. He'll stop and pop. Jump shot. Ricochets off the rim. Millsap there for the rebound and the putback. Beautiful move. Millsap's second bucket. And the Jazz up 14-13.
That's what you love about Millsap. It doesn't matter about numbers. He's going to continue to hustle. He's going to continue to bang and to be the tough guy.
You know what I noticed tonight? The sleeves on his knees are off. And boy, he jumped, I thought, much better this time out. But Paul's been having those legs wrapped up tight of late. Ball's loose. Millsap's there. Had it poked away by Carter. Jazz possession. And a horn sounds. Timeout with 5:24 to play. Millsap active. So is Big Al. And the Jazz hanging tough. On the road, the first of 5 for the Utah Jazz.
Well, Big Al's got the hot hand early, 6 points, 2 of 3. They came double him. It doesn't matter. He's in the paint, 2 feet away. Makes this little shot even better. You see the follow by Millsap. Jazz active once again in Dallas.
Well, early 67% for Dallas, 60% for Utah. Injury update is presented by the University of Utah Healthcare's orthopedic and sports medicine specialist, leading edge orthopedic care for pro athletes and all of us weekend warriors. Raja Bell making progress. Hopes to play Monday night. Brandon Wright, a late scratch. He's out with a concussion suffered last night. And Delonte West is out with a fractured finger.
You see Big Al attacking already the Jazz in the first half of this first quarter. 10 points in the paint.
Odom drives baseline on Millsap.
Well, we talked about him in the open. It doesn't matter that he's struggling. For some reason, his Jazz kryptonite. He loves playing against the Jazz. 19 points, a season high just last time they played.
And he grabs a rebound on the other end after the finger roll. Gives it off to Kidd into the front court. Straddles the three-point line. Marion, unorthodox shot, overthrows it, and Harris comes the other way. Jazz want to push, stop and pop. Devin's got a look, bangs it off the rim. Marion clears. And here we go, a track meet underway in Dallas. Derek Favors, C.J. Miles will check in on the next whistle for Ty Corbin. Kidd takes the pass, puts it up, high off the rim, and the rebound, Big Al.
So far, the Mavericks have no offensive rebounds. The Jazz doing a great job on the glass, securing the ball. One shot and out.
Jazz have hit just one of their last 4 shots as we roll up on the 4-minute mark. Josh Howard lets it fly. 1 out of 5, and it's a 1 and out again for Utah. 1 out of their last 5. Kidd back behind the three-point line. Haywood, big fella, takes it in the paint. Ball slapped away by Jefferson. 12 to shoot. And now substitutions. Favors and Miles for Utah. Nowitzki's going to check back in. And watch out for...
This is the lineup you have to worry about for the Jazz. Very quick. Nowitzki is now at the 5. Mahimi at the 4.
Hey, you want to ask Matt or maybe me a question? You can simply email question@utahjazz.com. Ask the announcers, presented by CenturyLink, broadband, entertainment, and voice services at CenturyLink.com. Now, I'll take a question, Matt, but I know they're directed towards you. 3 ball at the end of the shot clock. Rebound, put back, and it's rolled in by Mahimi. He just checked in. 4 years out of France, and he shoots dynamite from the floor at 55%.
Yeah, he had 0 points last night, though, and he had a DNP the game before that.
Josh Howard right back in the lane for 2.
Josh, I just love the way Josh is playing in that starting role, curling, slashing, being very active.
Rodrigo Bois on the court. Jason Terry up against CJ, throws it down. Terry last night couldn't find the basket. 1 out of 9 in that loss in New Orleans. Josh Howard back-to-back buckets. Utah wasting no time. They are pushing the ball, and they're finding points in the paint. 21-18. Dallas. Jazz got a taste of Bois last time Utah and Dallas played. He scored 22 in the win for Dallas. Howard rebounds off the miss.
That's a shot that Dirk is not shooting very well this year. He's only 32% behind the line this year.
Screen by Jefferson, and a whistle out front. And Mahimi picks up the foul, his first, and timeout. Timeout at the 2:19 mark. Harris heads to the bench. Jazz down 3 to Dallas. And the Mavericks own a 3-point lead on Utah. The Jazz have a great new ticket offer brought to you by fans. Come see the Jazz take on Rubio and the T-Wolves. Durant's going to come into town in the Thunder, and a $10 fans gift card for only $63. Yes, this offer is limited. Operators are standing by tonight at 325-2999. If you weren't there last night, you missed it.
Oh, what a game.
You missed it.
You're talking about playoff atmosphere. That arena was as loud as that I can remember as a player. Just a great atmosphere.
So Favors, Earl Watson, Josh Howard, Big Al, and C.J. Miles on the court for Ty Corbin. Earl having trouble with the shot, but facilitating the offense. He dished out 7 assists last night. He'll take the 3, pumps it up, had to force it. And he's been put in that situation a lot this year.
Too many times. And one of the reasons why he's shooting so poorly from three-point land is a lot of late shot three-point shots he's got to hoist up, and those are obviously low percentage. He's
now hit 2 of his last 23 from the floor. But continues to run the offense. Dish. Under 2 minutes to go, Jason Terry pops out. CJ picks him up. Nowitzki behind the three-point line. Guarded by Favors, and a bump and a foul. Boy, Dirk's good at that. Little contact and acts like he lost a leg.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Favors has guarded Nowitzki before. But Dirk, being a 7-footer, it's going to be tough, and Favors can use his length. He doesn't have to get up on him that close.
Lamar Odom goes out. Vince Carter back in. And Cantor's checking in. Ty Corbin has used his bench freely in the opening quarter throughout the season, substituting at will. Nowitzki wide open. Howard backside rebound, turns and finds Earl. Across the timeline he comes.
Great offense here. Smaller Jason Terry, go ahead and post him up with Josh Howard.
CJ picked up by Carter, string by Cantor. There's a steal that is knocked away by Nowitzki. 5 to shoot. Now Burks will check in and Howard comes out. So Ty Corbin's used 10 players, Matty, here in the opening quarter.
I'll tell you what, the bench has played well. Last night Burks played extremely well. Cantor played extremely well. And now CJ as well.
Shot by CJ. Utah now 2 of the last 8. And Favors the follow for 2.
And we need to see more of this from Favors. And there's a lot of debate in Salt Lake City right now. Is he progressing at the rate that he needs to? And his last 3 games, you're talking 3 points, then 6 points and 7 points. His minutes are increasing. He just got to get more, be more of a finisher.
Terry fires a strike. It's picked off nicely by Favors. Jazz quickly front court. CJ drives, puts it up off the rim, and it's knocked away. Jason Terry comes the other way. He'll stop. 3-pointer. Bang.
Jason Terry's a completely different player when he plays at home in front of his fans. He's at 36% for the year on the 3-point land, but he uses this fans' momentum to help him.
As I mentioned, 1 of 9 last night. Already 5 points in the quarter. He averages nearly 15 a night. Jumper by Favors off the mark. Boubois front court. And Nu Skin is the proud sponsor of the Nu Skin Jazz Dancers. Discover the difference Nu Skin can make at NuSkinUSA.com. That's Nu Skin. Final seconds of the first quarter. Jason Terry, guarded by Burks. In the corner, Boubois fires it up, off the rim, rebound. Here comes CJ. He'll take it at half court at the horn and hit the rim. But the Jazz are going to be down 4 after 12 minutes. Nowitzki scored 6. Jason Terry 5 off the bench. Utah balanced with the big men of Big Al 6. Josh Howard 6 points. Jazz down 4 after 1 here in Dallas, Texas. Big welcome back, American Airlines Center in Dallas. Matt Harpering, Craig Bolerjack. And you're watching Root Sports. You've always had a place to watch. Now you have a place to root. How about the bucket chart tonight brought to you by your hometown KFC. Nice start by Josh Howard.
Yeah, no question. He was only 1 red X. We like that. 3 of 4. He's got 6 points. He's being aggressive, and he's got 3 rebounds as well. Again, we talk about it a lot. Josh Howard in the starting lineup. What a difference maker he has been.
We start the second quarter. Dallas up by 4 with the basketball. Jason Terry. Good look. Rebound CJ. He'll take it across midcourt. Left hand up against Carter. Runs it up his numbers. And there's a rebound. Cantor put it up and a foul. Oh, the big fellow, the rookie from Turkey, crashes the board, and he'll get 2.
Cantor, 75 offensive rebounds. You see CJ being aggressive. And Cantor coming out of nowhere, grabbing the board, just being the tough guy, and then going to the foul line.
For him, he picks up foul number 2. Cantor leads all rookies in rebounding.
I thought he played excellent last night. 11 points in 16.5 minutes, 5 of 8 with 6 boards, 4 of those being offensive.
We'll get 1 more. Cantor, big man, good touch. 1 out of 2. Nowitzki the rebound. 24-21. Dallas.
The Mavericks are shooting 50% right now from both the 2-point land and 3-point land. Those numbers are a little bit too high.
Carter the cutter, tough shot falling away. Mahimi backside rebound. Fresh shot clock. Terry penetrates. He'll try to hit the follow away and nothing but net. Jason Terry 7 points off the bench, and this is one reason why Dallas has one of the best benches in the NBA.
Yeah, and for him to have 2 points last night, that's a feat that hasn't happened in his career many times.
He's shaking off the 1 of 9 Blues. Burks forced it in the paint, and his last touch by Utah.
We call that iron unkind for Jason Terry last night, but he's showing up tonight, no question. He's got 7 early points.
Beaubois, three-pointer, knuckleball, in and out. Canner grabbed the rebound, Watson front court.
Mavericks shot 29 three-pointers last night. Don't be surprised if they get near that 30 number again.
Now they averaged 22, and last night they went three-point happy. Favors.
And this is what I'm talking about for Favors, just his ability to finish. He's got to become a better finisher now.
Earl Watson took it away. 17 on the shot for Dallas. Game summary always presented by Zions Bank. They haven't forgotten who keeps them in business. Well, Terry having a good first half. The Jazz have 6 players with 2. Jazz just 1 of their last 7 from the floor. Terry gives it to Nowitzki. Dirk fires and rips the net. 8 points and a half.
And that's a practice shot for Dirk. All of his shots he made so far are just jump shots.
And he missed his last 3. The lead is now 7, largest of the night for Dallas. Utah so far in this quarter, just a free throw off the hand of the rookie Canner. Over 2 minutes in. There's the finish.
So you get a glimpse of what he can be. This is why I'm so high on him. This is why everyone's so high on him, because he's got the athletic ability to be a dominant player when he gets his whole full package together.
Give and go. Nowitzki feeds inside. There's a knockaway and a foul. Burks, a rookie from Colorado, will pick up the foul. First team foul of the quarter.
You always plagued the Jazz on the road all year is just making shots, and so far, again, tonight they're shooting 40%. That number's got to be up to near 45 to 50.
Beaubois out front. Nowitzki takes a look at Favors. Favors shuts down the baseline. Terry catch and shoot for 3. Had to beat the shot clock and just did.
It's just great defense. Favors got out on the pick and roll, showed out, and as a 5-man, it's exactly what they need, which caused, obviously, the Mavericks to shoot in a late clock situation.
Turnovers even at 3 apiece, 28-23. That number's staggering, how important the second quarter's been in this series this season. So those are the losses, Matt, in the second quarter this season. Wow. Dirk hammers it from long range.
Great shooters. You give them space and no contest, they're going to make the majority of those shots. Dirk's not shooting the ball great this year, but wide open shots he can't make.
Jazz 0 for 4 from downtown. Terry's hit 1, Kidd's hit 1, now Nowitzki. Games can slip away, and CJ fires from outside.
It's amazing. CJ is shooting 31% on the road, but at home he's shooting 44%. Those numbers are staggering. You're talking about a veteran. He's not a young guy in this league anymore.
Terry to Carter. In and out. Nowitzki trying to tip it in. He'll take the shot now. Turns, and he's fouled. And a timeout. Earl Watson got a piece of him. And Nowitzki will be at the line. Dirk, a good free throw shooter. 86%.
We talk about Dirk being such a good shooter. He has yet to put the ball on the floor and drive, but he can make wide open jump shots. Dallas up 8.
The Mavericks outscoring Utah in the second quarter early, 7-3. Overall, a 10-3 run by Dallas. Hey, we'd like to welcome all of our South Central Communications viewers from Enoch, Utah. Hello, Enoch. Hello.
Well, you know Utah well, don't you?
Yes.
Where is Enoch?
It's in South Central Utah.
Hello.
We at Root Sports want to thank you for watching Jazz basketball.
I need more energy out of you.
Hello.
You had great energy last night.
You know, look at home and road, Matt. Last in the West on the road, 3-12. Opponents' points per game, 102, 94 at home. 3-point shooting, 10 percentage points higher.
Well, numbers don't lie, and you see them right there why they're 3-12 on the road. You cannot give up 102 points and only shoot 39%.
Nowitzki makes the first. He's had some back issues. Father Time creeping up. He was the Finals MVP a year ago as finally Dallas brings home a ring. A double-digit first half for Nowitzki and a 12-3 run, and the clock runs over 5 minutes on that run for Dallas. Burks. Travel. Caught his own pass.
Life is a lot different on the road. And you have a young team. The Utah Jazz coach Corbin knows it. And the young teams tend to struggle on the road.
You know what, though? I've heard a lot of people say they can't buy into that because of the veterans now of Jefferson and Howard and Millsap, Earl Watson, C.J. Miles.
Yeah, but look what's out on the court right now. You have Cantor, Favors, and Burks, all 1- and 2nd-year players. And Watson really not an offensive threat.
C.J. to step back.
And then I can't explain. I don't have an answer for why C.J. struggles so much on the road versus at home.
0 for 6.
I mean, he only averages 6.5 points on the road.
He's up against Nowitzki, spins inside, counted as the ball was on his downward flight. And a goaltend on Favors. Nowitzki with 15.
This is obviously too easy. Nowitzki having CJ in the post. Hey, he's 11-time All-Star. He's a little bit older. People said he didn't deserve the All-Star team this year. He did make it, and he still can put up huge numbers when he wants.
Contact baseline, Carter and Miles. That's Mahimi, who's whistled for his 3rd. And we'll see substitutions as a foul in the body collide underneath. Howard's back in, Big Al's back in, so's Millsap.
You know, I think what's going around and teams are scouting is, hey, try to rough this Jazz team up. You know, they saw it against Sacramento, they saw it against a couple teams. And when they're playing in other people's buildings, they try to get after you. And they do things and foul like that.
Utah with the ball down by 12. The step back jumper, Millsap. Burks, up high in the tip in.
What a move.
Rookie Colorado, 6'6", athletic.
That's a big time rebound right there.
Second chance points was a huge friend of the Jazz last night. Now Marion faces up on Millsap. Drives, throws it to the corner. Carter. Jefferson with the rebound. Here comes Earl. Nearly halfway through the second quarter. Jazz so far, their offense, Matt, producing 25 points. Tipped away by Terry, 10 to shoot. 25 points, nearly halfway through the second.
Well, let's watch Burks right here. This is what the Jazz need more of. It just can't be Al and Millsap going to the offensive glass. You see Burks at the 2-guard position going. You know, you got to get CJ, you got to get Hayward, you got to get all the guards to attack the glass as well, because there's rebounds to be had. When you're not making shots and you're shooting 40%, there's a lot of rebounds that can be had by just determination and hustle.
Nowitzki's out. Odom's back in. Jason Terry checks out. Marion on the court along with Beaubois, who goes out. Kids on the court. Millsap battles, and it's last touch by Carter.
You know, Millsap's the one that continues the battle. He's playing hard right now. Problem is the Jazz are just a little stagnant in their offense.
Rebounds are even. Check that. 16 apiece. Halfway through the second. Al, push shot. Bangs it off the back of the iron. Rebound. Haywood.
You know, I thought the recipe last night was ball movement. Guys were setting great screens. They were cutting hard, coming off. They were running their sets, and they were getting good shots. Tonight, more of the isolation. One pass, post up, one pass shot.
Kid to Marion. Short. Steals it away. That one comes off the rim. The rebound to Earl Watson. John Marion, 2 good looks.
The good thing is the Jazz are playing bad, but yet they're only down 10. So their defense has actually been good. It's just their offense has got to start making some shots.
Earl drives and hangs one off the window. And Dallas will take a timeout. Utah trims it to 8. Watson hits a shot. He had a bucket with 7 assists last night. Timeout with 5:12 to play in the half.
Great drive by Earl right here, being aggressive. He hasn't been shooting the ball well, but that's much needed for this Jazz team. Jazz trying to make a comeback here in the second.
27. Matt, you made the point about energy. We haven't seen it thus far here tonight in Dallas, but last night, a totally different story as LeBron comes into town. He had a 17-point fourth quarter, Matt. There wasn't a shot he couldn't make.
No, he was unbelievable, but Devin Harris, this is the shot of the year right here for the Jazz. How about that? An and one situation. The bench loves it. Sometimes when you have an emotional win, and you see it right here, LeBron passes the ball. I just can't believe it that he passed the ball. He's got a chance to win the game, and he passes it once again. However, sometimes when you have an emotional win like that, you exert so much energy, it's hard to get up that next night to play. And I think you're seeing that a little bit of a hangover effect from the Jazz.
Odom. Hayward was holding Jefferson. Who touched it last? Both officials look at one another. They're going to give it to Utah. Derek Stafford looked at David Jones. They make the call, and Utah will have it with 4:50 to play in the half.
You know, let's get back to the shot last night, or the pass.
The pass.
Because everyone says, well, that's a basketball play. Well, yeah, it could be, but you really want to give Haslam the last shot of the game when he's had 4 points for the entire game. And you're 8 of 9 in the fourth quarter. You're on fire. You made some unbelievable shots.
Speaking of unbelievable, nice release, baseline, and the Jazz crawling back down 6. No, Matty, I'm with you. He's LeBron, first and foremost.
Jordan doesn't pass those up.
No, and Kobe.
He does every once in a while. Yes, Kobe every once in a while does, but the majority of the time they take those shots because they want the pressure on them.
Mavs have hit just 1 of their last 7, helping the Jazz to a 6-0 run. And Nowitzki quickly back off the bench as Carlisle is going to put his main man back on the floor with 4 minutes left in the half. Watson runs it down the baseline, out front Millsap on the dribble drive, pull up, jump shot, sweep.
And Millsap starting to get his touch now. You see those legs starting to be quicker, more energetic.
20-second timeout brought to you by our good friends at Jiffy Lube. For location services and oil change discounts, visit us at jiffylube.com. That's Jiffy Lube. Millsap with 8 points to lead the Utah Jazz, and a nice shot. Puts the ball on the floor on Odom, and then I like the timing. He was able to, he squared himself up, Matt, kind of like what you used to do. Gather yourself and hit a bucket.
Well, I like the guard skills. Yeah. I like how he can put the ball on the floor and do a guard move and pull up. And that's a nice shot from Millsap because he's got a nice touch to his game.
I don't know if you had guard skills, but you could actually, turn and fire. Let's check out tonight's NBA news and notes. Brought to you by Les Olson. Call 1-866-LES-OLSON to save time and money on all your document needs. LeBron and Kevin Durant named Players of the Month. No surprise. Dwight Howard admits situation has worn on him down in Orlando. And there are reports that David Stern has some plans to retire, but that's still 2 years down the road.
He's giving us a 2 years notice. Not a 2-week notice, a 2 year notice.
Two year notice. Before the shot, foul on Burks. His second.
Jazz doing a nice job just hanging in right now. Only down 4. They're not playing particularly well. But you can just see the energy levels starting to pick up for themselves.
Well, they've climbed back to 40% shooting. Dallas has fallen down to 41. Terry, right to left hand, gives it up. Kidd just caught it. Out front, Burks went for the steal. Nowitzki inside the arc. He makes you pay every time.
Burks was so close to getting that steal. Fingertips away.
Matty, have you seen a better 7-footer with range than Dirk Nowitzki?
Come on, Bowler. No way. A 7-footer to be able to do what he does, there's no one even close.
Grabs a rebound off the miss by Jefferson. Jason Terry front court. Jazz down 6. Under 3 minutes to play, first half.
Do you have anyone in mind?
No, I don't. I'm just amazed at his skill level for his size. Just amazed.
He had one of the most dominant performances in the playoffs that I've seen in a long time. Last year.
Dirk, the 07 MVP, heads to the bench, and Corbin huddles up, down 37-31, our score. And take advantage of our Jazz ticket offer, brought to you by Fans. Ricky Rubio, what a young star with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Durant, we know what he can do. We get a $10 gift card from Fans. Upper Bowl ticket, $63 a person. What a deal. 325-2999. And yes, operators are standing by.
And I do think the MVP race is going to come down to Mr. Durant and LeBron James.
Well, we've seen them both. Marion penetrates, and there's a long rainbow. Bringing rain and thunder is Nowitzki. What a half.
Unfortunately, Jazz fans have seen this record play before. When he gets hot, there's no one like him. You got to go up there, you got to foul him, you got to get him out of rhythm. Because he's a very capable scorer. He'll put up 30 on you.
Just when the Jazz make a run, Dallas flexes their muscles in the final 3 minutes. They're up by a count of 39-31. Dirk's been unstoppable. He wants another one straight away. He'll miss. The rebound. Haywood.
But see the difference. Millsap made him put the ball on the floor that time. Dirk not nearly as effective when he has to dribble the ball.
20 on the shot. Nowitzki really dwarfs Millsap. He pokes away. 14 to shoot. Lost the handle. Nice defense by Paul. Josh Howard across midcourt. 2 minutes to play. First half. Brooks playing in the backcourt with Devin Harris. Pick and roll it out. Jefferson's got a look. Airballed it. Millsap double pump and put it in.
It was that basketball marriage they have between Millsap and Jefferson. He gives us a pass bowler.
Let me see if the scorer gives him an assist. I don't believe so. But 10 points for Paul. Nowitzki has scored Dallas's last 11. That's what he means to this franchise. It was deflected by Utah. 13 on the shot.
Millsap much more active tonight, both offensively and defensively. He's got 10 points in 13 minutes. He had 8 in 30 minutes last night.
Kid holes against Harris. Nowitzki, 3. Short. Al Jefferson rebounds. Front court, Harris. Picked up by Terry. A bucket here would bode well for Utah. They're down by 6. Utah has yet to hit a 3-ball tonight, 0 for 6. Brooks saved that one from going out of bounds in the corner. And a push and a foul. That's on Howard trying to get it on a wild pass from Burks.
And this is something Burks will have to learn, and he's grown. He's only a rookie. Spacing the court. He's got to learn to be in the corner, not short corner. There's a difference between 2 feet inside the three-point line and then being in the corner waiting for that three-point shot. Right now, not too comfortable shooting the three-point shot, so he's a couple feet within. But that puts not great spacing for the offense.
87% from the line is Terry.
Say it again, Bowler. Maybe we'll miss it.
87% from the line is Terry. This is the first he's out of Arizona, 34 years young, in his 13th year. He was a 6th man back in 2009. Makes the second. 8 points off the bench. Under a minute to go. Utah down 7. They slide it to Jefferson on the block. The gal takes a look inside, flips it to Harris, straight away 3. Missed it badly. Utah cannot find a 3-ball tonight, 0 for 7.
Harris struggling a little bit tonight, 1 of 5.
Terry takes the shot. Jason Terry. It's a two-man game. 29 points scored between Nowitzki and Jason Terry here in the first half. Jazz are down 9. Make sure you stay tuned for the McDonald's halftime report. Brought to you by McDonald's. Big Mac and a fry. I'll take one at halftime. Lemon and Coach Phil Johnson standing by back in Salt Lake City. 12 to shoot. Devin Harris pick and roll at Big Al. Shows the ball to Dirk. He'll shut the baseline down by the muscle and one. Jefferson will shoot a free throw. Nice move.
It's automatic. You get Dirk to come out and guard you on the floor. Use your quickness, just like Big Al just did, your footwork, because Dirk does not have great footwork, does not have great quickness, and take him to the basket.
What's that, guys? What's up?
Big Al tonight, 2 for 2 from the stripe, 8.6 rebounds. And the free throw catches the rim. It's down and good. 9.5 for Al Jefferson.
Got to get up on Terry, get up on Nowitzki. Make someone else score this last pointer, shoot this last shot.
I talked about the two-man game. Terry and Nowitzki, they've scored the last 21 for Dallas. Dirk's got the ball. Hangs on a pivot. Fall away Jay. Put it up. And he's fouled as he let that ball go. Millsap picks up his second.
And you see just his size. You know, if you're Devin Harris, maybe go over and double him to get the ball out of his hands. Millsap just scratches him on the wrist.
Nowitzki 2 for 2 tonight on the season. Unstoppable, 85%.
You gonna say it again?
I'll say it again. Unstoppable, 85%. It worked once on Terry. Let's see if it works again here on Nowitzki.
I think we're so close you can just hear your deep baritone voice.
Got to shake him up. Let's see. Yeah, he just looked at us.
To bring your head on the stick.
Second shot, good. 20 first half points for Dirk. Millsap front court. Gets it away at the horn. Well, he flirted with a 3 from long range. The Jazz, despite some shooting woes, hanging tough. They go to the locker room down by a count of 43-36. Our leading scorers tonight presented by your Utah Audi dealers, Truth and Engineering. Millsap led Utah with 10, Big Al 9. Nowitzki and Terry combined for 30 of Dallas's 43 first half points. And we're at the half. Let's take you back now. Salt Lake City for the McDonald's halftime report. Here's Alema. Yeah, you hope so. And
Off my Twitter account.
I think some fans were tweeting you a little bit last night, weren't they? Comments on LeBron, but
oh yeah.
Let's go back and visit your keys to the game, brought to you by Zag Invisible Shield. Win the bench battle. Well, 14 Dallas, 10 of those off the hand of Jason Terry, and be good in the second. Jazz scored just 16 points, but then Dallas countered with 19.
Yeah, both those scores really aren't that good. 19 points isn't great. 16 points really isn't that good, but win the bench battle. You know, at one time it was 9-2. How about that? There we go. Jazz Nation is in the house representing.
We saw both those fans early tonight here in Dallas. I see some Jazz fans, Jazz Nation, scattered throughout.
There's a rumor going around that Kim Kardashian, who's part of Jazz Nation, is here too. Yeah.
That is that's now been confirmed. Yes, they have confirmed that. So
just Travis.
Our producer Travis confirmed it.
Although Chloe is debatable, he's saying.
Well, she's on the she's kind of on the fence. So here we go, third quarter, Jazz down 7. Nowitzki stays hot. It's effortless.
Well, it's a pregame warm-up shot.
Not a hand in the face. And Nowitzki scores his 22nd point. Taking apart the Jazz by himself. Millsap. He'll go baseline against Dirk. Look at the wrist, good.
Whoa. What a move right there. We haven't seen that from Millsap in a few games now, but excellent move.
Ball was 5 of 8 shooting in the first half. He's got a dozen to lead Utah. Hayward dropped the handle, picks it up. It's loose again. He throws up a wild shot, taken away by Howard. Here comes Utah. Jazz have really yet, Matt, to put a run together. Any sense?
No, there's really been no rhythm to this game. It's been kind of a track meet at times, then a slow down at times. Guys are making shots and they're missing shots, so the rhythm's been tough tonight.
John Marion, the foul, gave Howard a high hard one.
I'll tell you what, this move right here is a thing of beauty. How about that long jab step and then the fade? Whew.
10 to shoot, Millsap. Dribble drive against Nowitzki. Wrap around, up and in. What a move.
I think he passed it to himself. He lost the dribble, got it, recovered, up and under.
Jazz down 5 after 2 quick buckets by Millsap. Marion left-hand dribble, guarded by Howard. Nowitzki. So far, a one-man wrecking crew. They weave it out to Kidd. He'll go over the top. Carter. Bounce pass corner. Marion puts it up off the rim and in. It's not pretty, but for like Sean Marion, it averages nearly 12 points a night.
It's like a half push, hook, line drive shot.
Marion was 0 for 4 in the first half, so his first points of the night. Howard. He'll drive it in against Carter. 1 and out. Here comes Kidd. Josh Howard on a reach-in, slaps it away, and a foul.
You know, sometimes you don't need teammates to pass it to yourself. He just does it himself. Nice move, and then the up and under. He got an assist and a bucket at the same time.
Josh Howard, second foul of the night. Free throw line is Vince Carter. Carter 1 out of 5 in the first half of play.
Bowler, we were grooving last night. I've been grooving today. Jazz Nation, are you in need of stunning high definition? Then call Groove right now for new service and upgrade your home entertainment technology at 801-839-3418.
Good job. You're right. It was a grooving night in Salt Lake. Harris behind the screen. Sweep, ripping the net for 2. He was 1 of 5 in the first half. Devin Harris with his second bucket. Jazz still hanging around. Down 7. Utah hitting 19 of 45 shots. 42%. 44% shooting for Dallas. There's an easy one.
That's
Marion
vintage.
did it. Got it on a back cut.
Vintage Jason Kidd right there. This is a pass that not many players can make.
Second all-time in assists behind the great John Stockton. Millsap swings it around front, hands it off to Harris. In the corners, Hayward. Hayward scoreless so far in this game. Took only 1 shot in the first half. Josh Howard out of control, lost the handle. Here's Marion. Trailer is Nowitzki. Gets it back, fires it up, and down.
I could have told you that one was going in before he even shot it. When you're wide open, and if you're Nowitzki, he's making that shot. I mean, it's just, that's a layup.
Dirk 10 of 16 from the floor. Dallas up by 11, their largest lead 12. Josh Howard, line drive to shot. Josh scores his 8th point of the night. 3 of 6 in the first half.
They got to get Hayward involved. Jason Kidd is in the paint. He's not even respecting Hayward, and he's just clogging the paint up.
Millsap chases down the turnover, and now the Jazz will get it back to 20 on the shot clock. You saw Nowitzki just unable to run down the court.
Yeah, he doesn't like to bend over anymore. He gets his back is an issue. He only played 9 minutes and 1 point 2 games ago against Memphis. Obviously, there's a back problem. He had a knee issue earlier this year. Age is creeping up on him. That's why you got to make him put the ball on the floor. He doesn't want to put the ball on the floor.
Harris to Hayward. Gordon needs 3. Got it.
Yes.
Big shot.
And that should be huge for his confidence.
And that's another $50 donated to the Huntsman Cancer Research Foundation from our good friends at Mountain America Credit Union.
And that's going to make Jason Kidd respect Hayward now and go out and guard him as opposed to just sloughing off the paint.
Kidd on the drive, lost it, picks it up, 10 to shoot. Works behind the screen of Marion. Good defense by Utah. Nowitzki fires up a wild shot off the window.
That's that ridiculous that we talked about. Sometimes you got to say, wake
see
up.
it to believe it. 26. Houdini lives in Dirk Nowitzki. (56-47). Dirk again, feeling it. This time's off the rim. Ball's poked out front. Marion at midcourt. Dirk again fires.
He's a stud. There's no question about it.
Taking apart the Jazz. Simply taking them apart. 30 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
How about this right here? Bank shot. The bank is now open. And then he got another offensive rebound, another shot at it. He's going to make that one as well. Dallas opening up a big lead on Utah.
Halfway through the third quarter, a one-man wrecking crew against Utah.
He's now had 8 30-point games against the Utah Jazz.
Hayward holds the ball against Kidd. Gordon on the drive, in the paint, clears it away. Harris did not pull the trigger. Nowitzki tried to take it away from Big Al. He's got 4 to shoot. Push shot in the paint short. And there's Dirk for the rebound. 30 of the 59 Maverick points off the hand of Dirk Nowitzki. Carter rolls it up and short. Howard, big rebound. Out front, Harris. He'll drive on Kidd. Through the paint he goes. Count it and 1. There's a penetration we've seen from Harris over the last 7 games.
We talked about his speed. He had a great game last night getting into the paint, and now he's finishing as well. You know, Jazz are only down by 10 points. He makes his free throw. It's only a 9-point game.
The last 5, those numbers prove his success. 15 points, 56% shooting. The three's been going down. And Matt, the assists are up, nearly 5.5 a game. Free throw good, completes the three-point play, and Dirk gets a breath on the bench after knocking down 30. 10 here in the quarter. 59-50 Dallas. Marion drives, stops and pops, catches the rim. It's off. Jefferson, loose ball, picks it up. And now stolen away by Carter. Offensive foul. And Al is grabbing his left ankle.
Hopefully that's not the ankle that he's had trouble with this year, but that's a great defensive play. Sacrificing his body. It's a great charge. Hayward might have stepped on his foot right here.
They got able to walk it off. Gordon holds it just behind the three-point line. Low block. Odom is on Millsap. Push shot, right hand, off the rim. Odom rips it down and a foul. Millsap picks up his 3rd.
This is why Odom is so important, because his versatility.
Let's update tonight's poll question brought to you by Eureka Casino and Resort. We asked you what was the best win so far this season. And Jazz fans, a resounding 78%. Last night's win over LeBron and D. Wade. Number 2, Kobe and the Lakers.
Surprised?
No.
No. I'm telling you, that win last night was phenomenal.
Odom over the shoulder. Marion. Wow.
And that's the play that Lamar Odom was making when he was 6th man of the year last year. So versatile at that point forward position. The Mavericks have any chance of making a playoff run, he's got to be involved.
Marion, 3 buckets, 6 points here in the 3rd. Hayward turns and fires off the rim. Odom Rips down the rebound. Outlet pass. Terry on the wing. Marion drives, hangs around Millsap to follow. Haywood comes off the rim. Marion puts it up, and he'll be at the line to shoot two right now. Dallas the aggressor.
Yeah, they seem to have a little bit more energy. Jazz looking a little tired.
Third team foul, and the first whistled on Big Al tonight. 2 shots for Marion. His first trip to the line tonight, and it's good. Well, tune into Root Sports tomorrow for a Pac-12 basketball doubleheader. Arizona will take on in-state rival Arizona State, 1:30, followed by Cal and Stanford at 3:30. It's your stop for Pac-12 basketball, and you'll see a doubleheader here tomorrow on Root Sports. Rodrigue Bourbois checks in, 0 for 2 in the first half.
I just don't know who taught Marion how to shoot. I really don't know who it was.
Not pretty.
Kind of resembles your shot a little bit, but I know you weren't around when he was growing up, so I'm rolling that one out.
13 years out of UNLV.
I need to bring Marion to my basketball camp, go through the shooting form.
Odom out front, gives it away to Marion, dribble drive. Down low, Haywood, reverse it in, and good for 2.
Seven feet tall, you can't teach that. He only averages 5 points on the year, but he can make the one-footers.
Mavericks lead us 14. And a turnover, Harris. That's the 10th giveaway tonight for the Jazz.
You see Millsap going after the steal right here, but this is the guy that you want to foul and put him on the free throw line instead of giving him a layup. He's not a good free throw shooter. He shoots 46%.
Terry works it out behind the perimeter. Back inside, ball strip. Quick hands of Al Jefferson. CJ pushes around Terry. Jazz penetrate. The tip good. Josh Howard tips in the miss by Miles. That's 10 now for Howard.
And the Jazz are going to have to be that aggressive now to get back in this game. Just what CJ did right there. Push the basketball. Push the tempo.
3:13 to play on the timeout.
Hey, you're down by 12. You got to make a run sometime. You got to push the basketball. Jazz trying to get back in the game.
Coors Light Freeze Cam brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. Let's take you back second quarter. And guess who? Burks. Where is he? There he is.
Freeze it! How about that? That's raw talent coming right at you.
Alec Burks, first round pick out of Colorado. The Burks and Favors back on the court with Harris, CJ Miles, and Big Al.
You know, I thought Burks played extremely well last night. He only played 8 minutes, but he had 6 points.
Odom. He ran a mile for the layup.
That can't happen. That's very porous defense. Someone's got to take a charge and step in front.
Odom 4 points, 3 rebounds in 11 minutes. Favors goes inside. Ball's loose, out of bounds, 7 to shoot for Utah.
Favors got to get in the workout room in the offseason, work on the strength of those hands so that ball cannot be tapped away from him.
That's a good point. In this league, you've got to be strong if you want to play in the paint. There's a 3. CJ connects on Utah's first shot from downtown.
CJ's last 3, 18 points a game.
Got to correct myself. That's the second. Jazz
Unbelievable.
Had troubles in the first half of downtown. Now Odom warms up.
You're
7.
talking, this is a guy that they were sending down to the D-League because he couldn't get his confidence. And he comes in tonight. He's got 7 points on 3 of 4 shooting.
Hayward's hit a 3 for Utah. Now Miles, 2 of 10. And the Mavericks are 6 of 17. They average 22 attempts a night. Ball's loose. Mahimi rips it away. Odom, outlet pass. Terry. Yeah, Odom needs a D-League trip. Forget it. Another three. Terry, this game's busting wide open.
This is why KYP, know your personnel. When you get on the court, if you're a sub, you're a starter, it doesn't matter. You got to know who you're guarding.
Burks. How was that not a goaltend? Marion, alley-oop it. Really threw it in. Terry now. Baseline jumper, got it. 5 quick ones for Terry. And the Dallas Mavericks on a runaway. 13-5 run with Nowitzki on the bench. All with Dirk getting a rest. Timeout, Ty Corbin. 19-point lead. Jazz down 7 at the half. It's been all Dallas here in the third. Dallas trying to shake off a 4-game losing streak, and they're doing a fine job tonight. Utah was trying to push their win total to 3 in a row and go back to 500.
This is what I'm talking about. KYP, know your personnel. Jason Terry, he's a 3-point shooter. He's a scorer. You can't be late on a guy that's hot, and then he gets the ball back, and he's going to shoot a wide-open jump shot again. Good shooters, great shooters. You give them space, those are automatic shots. That's like a layup for most people.
Now the Jazz lost to Dallas in Salt Lake City back on January 19th, 94-91. And then blown out here in Dallas on the 27th, 116-101. And that night, Dallas hit 11 of 19 from downtown. Now we got a question. Ask the announcers, brought to you by CenturyLink. Santaquin, Utah. Hello. Spencer D. Guys, what is your favorite part about going on the road trips with the team?
You want to answer this first, or you want me?
I think challenging is just the constant movement of this team. A lot of bodies, a lot of packing, a lot of luggage. But the bottom line is, I'm enjoying. Game time is when I'm enjoying it.
What was that? Did you read the question?
What's your favorite part about going on the road? It's game time. I mean, there's
Do you carry the bags?
Sometimes. I mean, we roll them out. Sure we do. What's your favorite part? Food.
Of course. I just like hanging out with the bowler jack. You know, honestly, I enjoy the night before, if we ever do get the night before, to come in the day before the game.
Have some dinner,
to enjoy some dinner with the truck crew and bowler jack.
Yeah, we're tight. I mean, we live with.
My wife called you my new best friend because I hang out with you so much.
more than you hang out with her.
Yeah, she's jealous. I told you, I gave you my tweetheart.
Well, you know, really, that's a great question because we live in a tube. And
I know, but I don't know why you didn't answer the question. You were all over the map, and then you finally got to it.
I like game night. I'm
right
not
to
saying
the point, Bowler. Right to the point.
I'm not saying I don't mind hanging out and having dinner or breakfast.
We talked bags and packing, and I don't even know what you went. You went on a tangent.
Burks just put it up before the clock ran dry. Favors can't find it. And he's fouled. Frustration as he talks to himself.
But that's how you got to finish, right there. He's got the ability to finish that way. You get a rebound instead of trying to lay it in off the glass. Go ahead and dunk the basketball. You got to go up strong with force every single time, because either foul you or you dunk the ball, you get 2 points.
I like your thought. I can't believe I'm complimenting you on a thought, but I think weight room for this guy would do wonders, and a lot of it. This is the free throw. Hey, Root Sports is looking for the ultimate Jazz fans. Tell us why you eat and breathe Jazz basketball. Enter to win a trip for 2 to a Jazz game. You can come and have lunch with Matt and I. You'll also get a VIP dinner, signed jersey, much more. Enter today by visiting UtahJazz.com. The ultimate Jazz fan.
They come to lunch with me, they're only allowed to have half their entree. Isn't that a prereq?
It is. Watch your hands around Harpering. Final minute of the third. Dominated by Dallas. Shots off the rim. Guess who? Marion and another 24 on the clock.
Jazz just look dead. They just look lifeless in this third quarter.
Burks on the belt of Terry. Right to left hand. He's got 11 to shoot, 20 to play in the quarter. High screen. Mahimi. Terry, he'll take the shot after dribbling for a half a mile. Canner rebounds to Earl. Jazz will play for the final shot of the quarter. Floater off the glass. And those shooting woes for Earl continue. 12 minutes to play. Dallas up on top of the Jazz, 74-55. Nowitzki already with 30. So on the third quarter, 31-19. They've got a 19-point lead with 12 minutes to play. Welcome back inside American Airlines Arena in Dallas, Texas. Craig Vogelsjack and Matt Harpring as we look at tonight's game summary. Always brought to you by Zions Bank. They haven't forgotten. He keeps them in business. Nowitzki, 30 points on 12 of 19 shooting, 6 rebounds. Utah just 2 of 11. Dallas 7 of 18 from three-point land.
Let's put this in perspective. Dirk had 30 points in 22 minutes.
Don't know if we'll see him the remainder of the night.
Jason Terry's got 15 in 21 minutes.
Dallas ended that quarter, Matt, on an 18-8 run.
Well, let's see how much fight the Jazz have in them. Let's see if they can get within 10 in the next 5-6 minutes, and then you got a ball game on your hand.
I don't know if they knocked heads, but Dubois was staggered for a moment. Burks trying to jackknife it up and in. Dubois has the ball into the front court. He goes.
That should be a carry.
Throws it inside. Ball slapped away, and it's going to be Dallas possession with 15 on the shot. Now, that was a point of emphasis about 3 years ago in the NBA. The carry.
Dubois, that's an Allen Iverson move right there. His hand went underneath the ball. Can't do that.
Carter with 15 to inbound. Drops it to Odom. Odom with 7 points off the bench. Drives on Favors. Dallas very crisp with their passing. Dubois 3.
This is a team that was really struggling from the three-point line coming in on this losing streak. And now tonight, 42% from downtown.
Dubois now 4 of his last 13 from behind the arc. And he fouls on the other end.
Jazz just have really struggled here in Dallas. 17 of the last 20 they've lost here in Dallas.
6 straight.
How about these numbers right here?
In Dallas, 0 for 4, 0 and 4, 90 points a game, 28% from three-point land.
And it's totally opposite tonight.
Yes. Favors, slips and slides, and a foul. He went down the paint strong.
That's a good move. That's a strong move.
Fouls on Lamar.
These minutes are huge for a guy like Favors right now because he can really work on his game. He definitely got fouled. The next progression is going up using that left hand maybe for a little hook to the basket. But you got to realize he's second year, still only 21.
Matt, they gave that foul to Mahimi as 5th. So no foul on Odom. Mahimi 5 fouls. Favors makes the first. Favors with a 6-point night.
You know what? I think Favors is actually 20 years old. He's the 3rd pick. He was 19 last year, so he's got to be 20. I gave him another year, which I shouldn't have, but he's only 20, so literally a work in progress still.
Trying to hang with Odom. Good defense. Overshoots it. Canner rips down the rebound. Earl's into the front court. CJ has the ball stripped. Carter, no call. Quick outlet. Odom. Trailer. Carter. 3.
It's amazing how easy and how fun the game is when you're on the Mavericks side. When you're up by 20, no pressure, you can just play free. Carter, 42% from three-point land this year.
And that when the Jazz have troubles, the 3-ball drops on them. There was a 3-game stretch where they had 31 3-pointers made on 62 attempts. Favors working hard inside.
Well, it's night and day from last night till tonight. The energy level, making shots, defense. What they had last night is what they didn't have tonight.
Ball is loose. Good hustle. Here comes Earl. Jazz with a 3-on-2 break. Earl in the paint, drives it up to CJ, and Miles will shoot 2. Jazz have only taken 10 free throws tonight. You know, look at the NBA ranks for Dallas. They've had some offensive woes of late, but their defense remains strong.
And there's something to be said for why the Jazz are struggling because of these numbers. You're talking about 4th in opponent field goals, points allowed, steals 3rd. I mean, those are good numbers, and that's why they're going to be a tough out in the playoffs. If they can get Lamar Odom to play like he's capable of playing, they're going to be a tough out because they do play defense, and we all know in the playoffs you got to have defense to win.
5th point for Miles. CJ has struggled tonight, just 1 of 8 shooting. Well, Dallas has held 15 of their last 16 opponents under 100. Even though they lost last night, they allowed 97 to the Hornets down in New Orleans.
But I tell you what good teams do.
Carter.
They space the court. San Antonio did it. Miami does it. When you see the Mavericks, they really space the court out, and then they attack you.
Well, they're planting Carter and Terry in the corners.
Well, if you watch the Jazz offense a lot, you see a lot of guys. You'll see 2 or sometimes 3 guys in close proximity to each other, and that's not good spacing. It's much tougher to score that way. But that's the reason why they're 30th in the league in 3-point shooting, because they just don't have many shooters to space the court.
Vince Carter picks up his 2nd. And Favors back at the line. Utah down 21. E will check in. First time tonight. Out of China. 7-footer, 5th year. Averages just over 3 points a night. Dirk ought to just go to the showers, get in the car, and go home.
He might have ice on his knees by now. Although 22 minutes, that's probably not a good enough workout for him. He needs to get more playing time because you don't want to get out of shape either.
Burks.
And that was a problem. That's the reason why he missed those 5 games early in the season. He got out of shape.
Remember, Dallas started 0-3. There was talk about, I think even Nowitzki was the one that was quoted as saying we're old. Another 3. Corner 3, Terry.
Well, they don't look old when they're playing at home.
Now they're 13-7 on their way to their 14th win at home. 10 of 21 from downtown tonight. They went 11 of 29 last night in the loss against the Hornets.
Nice move by Favors once again. But he just missed that initial shot. That's where he's got to work on finishing, because you're not always going to be able to get the 2nd rebound.
11 points for Derek Favors. Mahimi rebounds. E. And he rolls out of bounds. It'll be Jazz basketball with 8 minutes on the clock. Just a 66-point night offensively thus far for the Utah Jazz. 8 minutes to go in Dallas. Broadcast presented by Wells Fargo Bank, serving Utah since 1852. Monday night, Jazz hoping to shake off the Blues here from Dallas. Will be in Cleveland to take on the rookie sensation Kyrie Irving and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Jazz game night. Set your clock. 4:30 Mountain Time, and we'll tip it off at 5 right here on Root Sports. So after tonight, it's on to Cleveland, then Charlotte, and then back-to-back with Philadelphia and Chicago, the Jazz of the East. Utah's longest road trip of the year. On the floor is Burks, Canners, along with Favors, Earl Watson.
Favors would make life so much easier on himself if he would just post up on the block and not 2 feet outside the block. When he comes off that pick, get your body set up right underneath the basket, right on that block.
Jason Terry runs around the screen. Jump shot off the rim, and the rebound to Favors. Turns and finds Watson. He'll push it across midcourt. Jazz never have had a run tonight. Canner in trouble. Muscles one up off the rim. The putback Earl counted for 2.
A nice putback, but you see what I was just talking about, space. And Cantor got the ball. All 5 Jazz players were in the paint, or close to the paint at that time.
11 offensive rebounds. Jazz had 20 after 1, 36 at the half, 55 after 3, and Favors putting on a little show.
We got a Showtime alert right now. How about this, the big fella getting the steal and then the ball handling skills, beating everyone down, and then go ahead and dunk on someone while you're at it. Mr. Beaubois. Nice little posterize.
Odom comes back in after a couple of minutes for E. He's back to the bench.
They didn't give him much of a chance.
Absolutely. Did he break a sweat? 2 minutes.
Hey, coach, you're still up. 15.
Favors completes the 3-point play. 14 points, 10 here in the second half for Ty Corbin. Jazz down 14. Nearly halfway through the 4th.
Every time we play the Mavericks, Coach Carlisle just reminds me of Jim Carrey.
Oh, they could be twin brothers, no question. Odom, left hand, he'll be at the line to shoot 2. Jazz on a 14-5 run, but remember, they've been trying to climb back all night. Dallas with a 23-point advantage at one point. Last season versus this season, it's just, you know, can a player have his feelings hurt, man? Let's be honest here. Because the trade, and then he came to Dallas, and it seems like he just has not been able to put his head into this game. There was talk about retirement. He went away for the 4 games, as we mentioned. There was talk of a D-League assignment, and this was the 6th man of the NBA a year ago.
Yeah, obviously there's something going on, but you know, just reading a couple things, and this summer was a tough summer for him.
Yes.
His cousin passed away, which he was very close to. And then I guess he was in an SUV, and he was a passenger in that car. It collided with a motorcycle. That motorcycle skidded and killed a teenager. I mean, that kind of stuff wears on you, on your conscience, and then you got to come in and play. So I think there's quite a few things going on mentally. It's not the physical side of Lamar; it's the mental side right now.
Favors tips it away to Earl, and a foul on Odom before the breakaway.
However, the positive, if he does get his mental mind right, this team goes to a new level.
Oh, there's still left, a lot of left for Lamar Odom, if that's the course he chooses. Timeout. 5:59 to play. Jazz down by 14. Nice play. The tip for 2 by CJ. Brilliant Diamond play of the game brought to you by Morgan Jewelers. With locations in Logan and Washington City. Let's give it to Favors. Runs the court, takes it up, and 1.
Like the ball handling skills and the finish by the big fella.
Favors tonight getting some extended minutes with 14 points. Jazz on a 9-2 run over the last 220. Make it 10-2. So Ty Corbin goes back with Jefferson and Millsap. And what do you know? Nowitzki is back on the court.
Hey, it's a 13-point game. And it's still close to just under 6 minutes. That's plenty of time.
Jason Terry. Millsap off the rim. Earl turns and pushes across midcourt. Alley-oop it, and it's stolen by Carter. He was looking for Burks, taken back by Utah. And C.J. Miles hustles in for 2.
Nice job, C.J.
Vince Carter the foul. C.J. at the line.
Dallas looks a little stiff with all the rest they've had, and now they got to come back in and just C.J.'s fresh. He comes in and takes it right at Dirk. He gets an and-one situation. Here's a chance to cut it to 10 points.
Third foul on Carter. Marion comes back in. Carter goes out. CJ, the left-hander, good. From Skyline High School down here in Texas.
We talked about the beginning of the fourth quarter. They can cut it to 10 within 6 minutes. They got a chance.
And we talked about the run. It's here. 13-2 by Utah. Did Dallas get too complacent? And you make a great point about stiff-legged. Burks runs by Terry, throws it up and in. Oh, beautiful play. Boy, did he just
that
put
should
on,
have been an and one.
Put it in another gear. So Burks electrifying the crowd. And a 20-second timeout brought to you by Jiffy Lube. For location, services, and oil change discounts, visit us at jiffylube.com. That's Jiffy Lube.
We showed you the nice tip in earlier in the game that he had. And how about this defensive play? He gets it. Watch this little scoop. That should be and one. He didn't get the call, but he still made the bucket. Great hands by Millsap. Hey, we got an 8-point game right now with plenty of time to go. 5 minutes to go. The Jazz are right there.
The 23-point lead melted to 8. CJ Miles and Derek Favors, along with Burks, on a 15-2 run. Terry, the belt-high dribble, lobs it down to Nowitzki. He turned the Jazz for 30. He flies it in, and a foul. He'll shoot 2.
Not only can Dirk just shoot, but he can post you up, and he's got low post moves.
Millsap, the foul, is 4th. There's a line on Dirk tonight, 12 of 19 from the floor. Nowitzki 3 of 4 from the free throw line.
He's got 31, but you're talking the 20th all-time on the scoring list now. He's about to pass Barkley, who's at 19.
Second shot good, 32. He's had knee problems, back problems, but plays on. Dirk Nowitzki out front to Watson. Big Al hands it. Miles, Millsap, step back jumper, sweet. Nothing but nets, 16 for Paul. Jazz hanging tough, down by only 8, but the clock's running.
They're going to have to find an answer for Dirk. Get a couple stops. They might even have to come double him.
There's a steal. Millsap picked his pocket. Now Earl's on the run. Tried to force it inside, and Marion took it away. Terry, the kid, toes it for 3. Around and out. Utah rebounds. Watson to Burks. Takes it right up the chest of Hayward. You know what? Look at. Oh,
I love it.
I love this. Hayward looks at him with a cross-eyed, but you know what? Burke stands his ground.
You watch the replay. He surveys the situation, kind of hesitates, and then says, you know what? I'm going right at you, shot blocker. And you see, hey, he's not backing down. That's what you like to see, especially out of a young guy, a rookie.
Matt, you know what? The Jazz have to assert themselves with a tough edge. And Burks is trying to do so. I like it. Free throw good.
Shy. Can't be shy of contact. You got to accept it, and Burks went after it.
7 points for Burks. 24 minutes tonight.
He's productive every time Coach Corbin puts him on the court.
He played just 8 minutes last night against Miami.
6 points. Very efficient.
Second shot good. What a find by Kevin O'Connor.
We got a 6-point game, Bowler.
89-83, under 4 minutes ago. Kidd, Terry to Nowitzki. He'll take the shot straight away. Clutch.
Just got to run at Dirk. Make someone else beat you.
Watson runs the point. Devin Harris on the bench. Jefferson launches. Too strong. Marion with the rebound. Dirk stops and pops. Come on. Unbelievable over Big Al. 36.
How many are you going to let him have? He's on fire. He's putting on a clinic. It's an exhibition here in Dallas from Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, he is just simply making it look easy right now.
Hand in the face. Nothing but net. Dallas by 10. Dirk Nowitzki back-to-back buckets. Dallas back on top by 10, 93-83. Burks, elbow jumper, air ball. Kid comes out of it.
Let's go, Bears!
Will take it across mid-court, or did he lose it out of bounds?
Nice job by Millsap coming up. And surprising Kid.
Boy, Kid took his time. He took a left turn to get around or get past mid-court. He lost it off his leg. Jazz get it back with 2:34. Clock runs. Brooks to Big Al. Push shot. Got it.
That's great offense. Great execution.
Jefferson's first bucket, Matty, here in the second half. He had 9 at the break.
This is the thing. Millsap's actually playing good defense. Just Dirk is unconscious right now.
Dirk throws it away. Jazz get it back with 2:10 on the clock. 93-85. Todd Corbin pacing. We're in the groove in that floor. Last night, emotional win in Salt Lake City over Miami. Tonight, flat for most of the night here in Dallas. Jazz trying to find something here in the fourth. Devin Harris back on the court. Threw it away. Try to push it and squeeze it through to Big Al. Jumper, Terry, in and out. Jefferson rebounds. Jazz dodged a bullet after that turnover. Millsap dribble drive, working against Dirk. Dirk hits the deck and the shot is good. And I tell you, Dirk's back and knees, he just does not have a lot of mobility, and that was just a kind of break your leg move by Millsap.
I tell you, this is a phenomenal move by Millsap. This is a pretty move. The up, the under, and then the and one. That's just a nice move.
Millsap with 18 points on 9 of 13. Free throw is good. And the Jazz are down by 5. Big defensive stand here for the Jazz. They put a body on Terry, throws it up over to Kidd, back to Nowitzki, now back to Kidd. 10 to shoot. Dirk's got it, takes a look at the shot clock. Millsap on his belt. Dirk dribbles.
He walked.
No call. Ty Corbin agrees. Throws up the shot. No. Rebound. No one there on the weak side.
That possession, that offensive rebound really hurt the Jazz.
Terry lets the clock run. He's trapped.
Millsap's doing
out of bounds.
An excellent job at double teaming.
Terry, 2 turnovers here in the last minute of play. 1:03 on the clock. And the Jazz with possession, down by 5.
Hot hand right now. Millsap and Jefferson both have made shots recently.
Turn it over. Back to back. Breakaway. Terry lays it up and in. Millsap 3. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Dallas basketball.
Let's go, Bears!
Manny, this is a tough one to figure out tonight for Utah.
Well, just playing smart. We talked about it in the prior games. You can play hard, but you got to play smart. And the turnovers down the stretch. Devin had 1. CJ just had 1. And then the offensive rebound. Those are the plays that kill you.
15 turnovers committed by the Jazz. Make sure you stay tuned. For Jazz Game Night, the post-game report presented by Siegfried and Jensen, helping injured people throughout Utah. We'll be in the locker room. You'll hear from Ty Corbin as the Jazz.
It's a nice foul. It's a great foul by Berkshire. Watch this foul. Nothing wrong with that. It wasn't dirty. Dirk didn't like it.
Free throw good. 37. Man, you can just look at two guys who played tonight offensively. It's Jason Terry and Dirk Nowitzki. CJ Brooks tries to keep it alive. He does. Millsap has it. Up and under. 20 seconds on the clock. Millsap with a 21-point night. But yet the time now working against Utah. And a foul.
Foul number 34, CJ Miles. That's his first.
CJ picks up the foul. Tonight's sub of the game presented by Subway. Get to Subway pronto to get one of our fresh takes on Italian subs. Eat fresh. I like the way Favors played tonight. He came on strong in half number 2.
He did. Active. You can see that the more minutes he plays, the better he's going to get.
This would give Nowitzki 40.
This is what having a superstar on your team.
Absolutely.
Why you're always in a ball game and never out of a ball game.
Well, we thought he was done for tonight. The Jazz make the run, and then Rick Carlisle puts Nowitzki and Marion, and it turns the tide. It's a 20-second timeout brought to you by Jiffy Lube. For location services and oil change discounts, make sure you visit us at jiffylube.com. That's Jiffy Lube.
You like the fact that the Jazz fought. They didn't give up. There was a chance there. They were down by 23. They really could have packed it in. But they fought till the end, and they actually made it a 5-point game.
Day off tomorrow, but we'll travel into Cleveland. We'll play the Cavaliers Monday. Bobcats in Charlotte on Wednesday. Philly Friday. And Chicago Saturday. That is 1 week from tonight. Dallas on their way to a 3-0 advantage on Utah here in the regular season. Millsap, corner 3. Spins it in and bangs it down. Or Millsap is one tough guy.
Well, he's got 16 shots tonight. And we talked about him early. The last 2 games that he played, only averaging 6 points. And that's because he had 6 or 7 shots. He had 6 shots in one game, 7 shots the next. Tonight, 16 shots. He's made 11. He's very efficient. We already know that. He shoots about 50%. And then 24 points. He'll give you numbers when he gets field goal attempts.
Foul by Harris puts Terry on the line. Terry with 21. 8 of 15. One more, good. 62 points, Matty. Nowitzki and Terry combined.
Last night, Wade and LBJ, 66.
It's a full timeout called by Ty Corbin. We'll step aside. 101-93 Dallas. On 93. You know what, Matty? We thought Dirk was done when he had 30, but Carlisle went back to him on the bench, and he quickly kind of helped put a fire out by Utah. He's got 40 on the night. He scored 10 after we thought he was done.
There's a handful of guys in this league, and Dirk is one of those guys that it doesn't matter what defense you have. If they're hot, they'll still score.
CJ buries a 3. 101-96. I will say this, Matt, I got to say you're right about the fight. Ty Corbin still has his team fighting for him. Down 23. They did not fold the tent. It's tough to climb out of a 23-point deficit. I don't care if you're home or away, but especially away.
Yeah, and it's a learning curve. They're just got to learn to play smarter, learn how to finish games. We talked about it all year long, and that's what you got to do to win on the road. The effort is there, but now it's just finishing, and knowing how to win is part of it.
That was Kidd's only point here in the half. He had a 3 early first half. Millsap double pumps, 3 on the way. Ball's loose, it's out, and the Jazz fight but come up short. Dallas snaps a 4-game losing streak, and the Jazz 2-game winning streak comes to an end. They start this 5-game road trip on the losing end, 102-96. Too much Dirk Nowitzki and too much Jason Terry off the bench. 40 for Dirk, 22 for Terry, and Paul Millsap led Utah with 24. 102-96. We take you back to Salt Lake for Jazz game night. The post-game report presented by Siegfried and Jensen. Here's Alema and Coach Johnson.